Version 1. Aperture set at 5.6, ISO set at 200, and shutter speed set at 250. Version 2. Aperture set at 11, ISO set at 100, and shutter speed set at 30. Version 3. Aperture set at 18, ISO set at 400, and shutter speed set at 60. A close-up of a small object with a shallow depth of field. The aperture set at 10, the ISO set at 100, and the shutter speed set at 50. A close-up of a small object with a deep depth of field. The aperture set at 22, the ISO set at 400, the shutter speed set at 50. A mid shot of a person sitting in the shade, exposed for the person. Aperture set at 11, ISO set at 400, and shutter speed set at 40. A mid shot of a person sitting in the sun, exposed for the person. Aperture set at 7.1, ISO set at 100, and shutter speed set at 800. A tilting shot. Aperture set at 5.6, ISO set at 100, and shutter speed set at 640. A panning shot that follows action. Aperture set at 7.1, ISO set at 400, and shutter speed set at 800. A tracking shot that moves through bright and dark areas. Aperture set at
7.1,
ISO set at
400,
shutter speed set at
3200.
Version 1. Aperture set at 11, ISO set at 6400, and shutter speed set at 30. Version 3. Aperture set at 3.5, ISO set at 100, and shutter speed set at 30. Version 2. Aperture set at 5, ISO set at 6400, and shutter speed set at 80. A close-up of a small object with a shallow depth of field. Aperture set at 5.6, ISO set at 400, shutter speed set at 60. Set at 29, ISO set at 6400, and shutter speed set at 30. A mid-shot of a person sitting. Aperture set at 7.1, ISO set at 3200, and shutter speed set at 40. A tilting shot. Aperture set at
7.1,
ISO set at
3200,
shutter speed set at
40.
A panning shot that follows action. Aperture set at 7.1, ISO set at 3200, and shutter speed set at 40. Tracking shot that moves through bright and dark areas. Aperture set at
7.1,
ISO set at
3200,
shutter speed set at
40.